Right, so some more changes here. And one of the changes that I was going to do was the Musa Sikkimensis banana clump that was in the ground. I've taken that out and most of the clump has gone in here. There's two small pups. I'm not too sure if any of these are actually going to survive, but underneath the soil there with the clump where the pseudostems are coming out of was very large, so it's probably going to send out a new pup, and these might actually, even the centre one might die off, because I found that the sikkimenses are not as hardy or as tough as the Musa patio. So what was in here was a Himalayan Zantedeschia Himalaya was in here, and there were some cannas and colocasia. So I've taken that out and put in new compost manure, which the bananas will thrive on, and I've just moved that across here. So it's just in a tight little corner here. It'll do excellent in the shade. There was a grapevine in here that wasn't doing too good. I was going to put a Musa Sikkimensis, but there's no point because I don't want it affecting the light at the window. So these will fill up this area here, and there's loads of fresh manured compost gone in there, and I've saturated both of the half whiskey barrels. I didn't throw out the grapevine. Put it into the back here, down here, so we'll see how that gets on in here, and I can always train it on the wall. So fingers crossed this Musa Sikkimensis will fill up this corner here with lots of height. I probably won't divide them, I'll just let them fill up the whole tub. Right, so while I was digging out that Musa Sikkimensis, I got a few big pups out of them. I'm not too sure if they're going to take off anyway. This is a solid big piece here. It's got roots on it. I have another. There's one smaller one here, and there's another one here. But I'm going to cut these off, and then we'll see how the new growth comes through, because that's the growth from where it was in the ground. Now, I've never used this medium before, and it's something I actually try to emphasize with, if you have small palms and you're going to put them into, if you've divided them, or any kind of plants where you've damaged the roots, you're not going to want to encourage the tops or the greens to grow. You're going to want to encourage root development when they're small. Something that I overlooked with the trachycarpus when I was dividing them up. This is, I've never used this for Westlands nutrient rich topsoil, perfect for lawns, planting, general use, promotes rooting and establishment, and it's actually really cheap. But what I found with it is, this is actually even more friable than seed cutting compost, because I think you can pick up all those speckles. It's like there's a sand. It's really sandy, and just, I suppose, from the texture and the touch point of view, this is probably the best medium I've ever purchased for promoting root development. I'm going to see how it gets on, and it's something that I might actually, if I plant on the trachycarpus ones that are planned to go down into the wood, I actually might put them into this, because this just seems, you're going to want the easiest path for your root development. So obviously I made a mistake using the big chunky compost manure, where you want something really light, really friable, that sand is going to help with aeration, drainage. So I'm going to see how I get on with these Musa Sikkimensis that I cut off the main pseudostem. Right, so that's the Musa Sikkimensis pups. Chopped them off nice and clean and left them soak. Fingers crossed they come through. If they don't, hopefully the one that's gone up into the half whiskey barrel will take off and develop. See how we get on with that one.